Welcome back to Weekend Today, and journalist Gretel, Killeen and Jacinta Tynan from Sky News joins us now for our news segment, The Sunday Grill. Good morning to you both. Good to have you in. Good morning. Now, first up, from the pool to the world of escorts, former Olympian Scott Miller has allegedly turned his hand to the business of prostitution. It really is quite a fall from grace for this athlete who won silver and bronze at Atlanta in 1996, isn't it, Gretel?
That does sound like he's being a prostitute. He was running the escort agency allegedly with his girlfriend. In fact, I think he said he did. It's not even alleged.
And she was a former escort herself as well, his girlfriend.
Is it a fall from grace? Look, there's a lot of discussion with people who are professional athletes because to be successful requires such commitment and such rejection of normal paths, normal career paths. Does that mean that this is the inevitable path for someone who's an Olympic star, that they must then take drugs and run a brothel? No. I mean, it's a disadvantage to be an Olympian in the sense that some things are ignored in life, but gee, what a leg up in others. The whole world knows who you are. You have financial backing. The world can be your oyster.
It is the key, though, isn't it? Because you really do need to take advantage of the positives that have been offered to you. You know, if you've got good financial management and if you've got good skills, you can really capitalise. Because you're right, elite athletes, they do have a short-lived career and they do have to make plans for their future beyond the sporting world.
Yeah, but I think there's so much pressure on them because they have been built to these huge heights and they've had these extraordinary achievements that most of us can only ever dream of. And then once that sporting career, whether it be swimming or whatever, is over, a lot of the time these athletes don't have any other skills. They've spent their entire lives, literally from childhood, swimming up and down a black line. They don't have any skills or experience in anything else, and yet they've been at the top of their game. So suddenly there's this pressure on them, emotionally, I would imagine, too, as well as in the eyes of the world, to suddenly be something, and it's just not that easy to make that transition.
It's not easy for any of us. You know, it's not easy for any of us.
They're falling from great heights, and it's really hard for them.
But there's your assumption. It's falling. So what I'm saying is you're not going from here back to normality and nothing. You're going from here, which is possibly a leg up, to greater things.
But only some of them get that opportunity.
Only some of them.
Commentators, sponsorship, that's kind of all that's open to them if they don't have any other skills.
It's absolutely right. But, you know, people make choices in life. They make choices, and this is a choice that someone's made. The world is your oyster. You've had a team there supporting you. We all know what it feels like to be top dog and have everyone supporting us, and then that falls away and we have to reinvent ourselves.
And it feels awful.
Is there a
pan? Hard work.
It's hard work. Yeah. It's life.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just life.
It's a fine line. Now, next up, teen trouble. Speaking of trouble, and experts are saying that mums and dads today face challenges that previous generations never had to deal with, from social media through to eating disorders. Every generation of parent faces a new issue, really. Rock and roll in the 50s, free love in the 60s, punk in the 70s. But I guess with social media, we really have a whole new ball game, don't we? I mean, Jacinta, you've got young kids as well. It's something that you really have to be concerned about.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it yet, and it's funny because my little one's just 4 and 2, and a friend said to me the other day, talking about her older ones, you know they're not allowed to go on Facebook, and I said, oh really, is that what we do? I thought they did go on Facebook. No, they're not to go on Facebook. And I thought, see, I haven't even had to think about this yet, but I'm worried about the day when I'm going to have to, because I don't know the rules, and I know I'm going to have to do some research, and I'm hoping that there is research out there for us.
Well, you've got to let your kids make mistakes, don't you, Gretel? It's difficult when they can be devastating, though.
Well, as you know, my children are 109 and 113. They're old, but, you know, there's a certain arrogance to parenthood now. Maybe every generation of parents thinks that they think they're the only ones who've ever gone through these things. It is exactly as you've said. Every generation has to deal with the education of their children, sexual education, whether it's drugs or alcohol or stuff made out of potato juice. You know, all parents have to deal with this. What parents have at the moment is access to a lot of information, as you're going to access it. But one of the key things in this recent study is parents trying to protect their children and actually making it worse for their kids. One thing I know, as my kids are now in their 20s, their mid-20s, they watch you and they learn from you. It is the most crucial thing. Not all that external information. Live the life that you want your children to be.
Gee, the role model, Gretel, putting on the pressure. Good to have you both in. Good on you. Thank you, TJ.